Here's a few things that I wish I would have known before buying a house. So when you get pre-approved, you're getting pre-approved based on a lot of things, and there's going to be a thing called like a loan estimate, and that's going to be an estimate of how much your payment's going to be, but that's not going to be like 100% what it's going to be, because property taxes on each house is going to be different. And so you, like when you go get pre-approved, and let's say $100,000 is your pre-approval, every 3 houses, even if they're all $100,000, they're all going to be different monthly amounts, because they probably all differ with insurance, property taxes, etc. And so it's definitely a good idea to, when you're in the process of home shopping, to have a pre-approval and to have a good relationship with your lender, where if you are serious about a home, you can ask them, hey, what are my numbers going to look like on this address? Another thing I wish I would have known is the type of loan that we were going to go for, and what type of seller concessions were our maximums. And so for an example, like we got an FHA loan, and so you can get, 6% of your loan amount in seller contributions into your closing costs. And so that would have been great to know beforehand, so we knew what we were getting ourselves into and how to be a strong negotiator when it came to putting an offer in and what we were going to ask the sellers for. I also wish we would have known about different types of loans. We really didn't know what was the difference between conventional, FHA, USDA, and what was even an option. And it would have been nice to know like the stipulations for an FHA, because for an example, there was like rotted a wood seal, and so we had to pay for the appraiser to come back out because he did the house subject to, and so that's something to consider. Aside from your down payment, there's also closing costs, and so you're gonna want to take in consideration there is an appraisal, inspection, down payment, your earnest money, and closing costs. And so there's quite a few different fees, and so you're going to want to take in consideration that before getting into the process. And I wish that we would have known about budgeting more, because when you go into buying a house, you want to budget how much you can afford monthly. You definitely don't want to buy more house than you can afford, and I'm very thankful that we didn't get caught in that situation, because right now our house with our escrow attached to it, which is our, it's insurance and our property taxes combined into our mortgage, that is below $900 a month. And so our house is very affordable, but those numbers change every year, even when you do have a mortgage, because property taxes, insurance, they do go up. So that's something to consider. Do not, buy a house for more than you can budget and more than you can afford. And one thing personally that I wish I would have done before buying our house was a final walkthrough. I don't know why we never did one, but looking back, I wish I was just educated enough to know that that was something that I was, I could have done that, if I would have probably requested it. It's probably something the realtor just didn't schedule in, or she was busy, or whatever it was, we just didn't do that. But that's important, so you don't go close on a house that you're walking through the next day and it has damage you're unaware of, or you know what I mean? Like if you were closing the next day and you came into the house and a hobo was in there, God forbid, I don't know. Well, final walkthroughs are extremely important though. That's the point of that. And I could go on and on about this, but I hope this helps someone, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.